The important part of having hair like this. Let me see. There we go. Now it's prepped. We're ready. We're excited. Well, dude, before you head to the Mystic Fair, why don't you chat for a second? I mean, you can be mobile and chat. Come on, brah. I'm asking you again. There we go.
What's up, man?
Good morning.
Good morning to you, brother. How you doing?
All right. Okay,
right on.
So you got the better half getting dressed behind you. Love it.
Yeah. You know what? We're going off to the Mystic Fair today, man. I'm going to take that zero in and that clean slate, and I'm going to spread the good word, brother. I'm going to let everybody know that their divine health is on the way if they want to take it.
Talk to me about your first experience last night.
Man, I tell you, I believe I'm probably the world's biggest skeptic. And I have been on so many countless great suppressed healing modalities, getting healthy from being the most unhealthiest person that I knew to now being the healthiest person. And so I was very familiar with, things, MMS, DMSO, colloidal silvers, all type of energy stuff, all type, even urine therapy, things that are real out there and extreme. And yeah, zeolite. I've been taking zeolite for 2 years. So, when Harry Matadine said, "Oh, this stuff's 97%," I thought, well, it's an extra 2%. What's that going to do? And so I took it. Now I did do my best to set my intent and to be neutral. And my God, man, it floored me. I sungaze every day. I do great meditation work where I love to build that connection to my higher self. And so my energy antenna is as strong as it gets. It really is. I go off into nature. I do it all. And I have never had myself feel like spiritually I came online in a full array. It is a great, and I'm really more towards sensing energy. When I'm taking a new product like that I know is going to rid my body and lift my vibration, I start thinking in terms of energy and vibration. Yep. And man, I tell you what, it was an experience, a flat out experience. Man, you know what? This product is the real deal. I have never seen a product. I come from the biggest remodeling company here in Kansas City. I've seen all the different, I sold timeshare. I've seen all the different type of sales pitches and ways to advertise a product, like most of us. And, what you guys are doing, what you guys are building, what you guys are doing for the global community, what you guys are doing for humanity, is something that should be applauded and taught and really, really promoted on a good level, because this is just a blessing for everyone. This is really great what you guys are doing.
Well, it's a we. It's not you guys. It's a we. That's the fun part. We just, and it's like Harry talks about the urine therapy. We're gonna go we everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, those kind of things. It's so insane to the normal person who hasn't been exposed to it. But it's like, hey, have you ever been dying with no answers? Have you ever been in a position where you were as desperate as it gets, and you do a lot more than just drink your fucking pee to stay with it? I mean, because we had failing organs. We had the medical community had no answers. We had a lot of exploratory surgeries. We were on every drug in the book. We were going down, and we had to do whatever it took. And I got to tell you,
I felt my brain fog lifted, and I posted about it, and I don't
post
a lot.
Yep.
I said my first dose, and did you tell we bought some from her sister?
Yeah, we bought some for her sister and her husband yesterday too, right before we got it. Yeah.
Toxic.
Yeah, but she felt it too, and there's no way that we can just deny the change. There's no way that I could just say, because I was really gonna set fire to these fraudulent claims and testimonies. I was going to smoke it out, because I just have that justice thing in my head I'm still working on, but dude, no, I'm sitting there, I'm in your peanut gallery, I got the biggest mint on, and it says root on it, go root. And so, yeah, I'm saying go root for sure, because this stuff, This stuff enables people to become, the human body can do all the healing it needs to do if it's just given a chance. If you just get the shit out so that it can start all over and get a chance to show you what it's got. And there's no other supplement. There's nothing else someone can do that's going to it's all about heavy metals and radiation. Now, I got to tell you, urine therapy does not, for the amazing things it does, it's the most researched thing on earth. Anybody looks into it, they're going to see it's undeniable. But here's the deal. It's not going to get the heavy metals out. That's not what, our body was never adapted and made in a way where it thought it had to fight that kind of thing and, deal with it. And so, it doesn't get you there. So if someone's dealing with lower vibrational problems like addictions, habits, and all the other things that lead to it, lethargy, everything, every problem, they got to use this product. It's priceless. This thing it's not even expensive compared to what, it's everything you guys are doing, every word that's on the bottle. It shows a company with great intent that is really just trying to not have no problems, because we're not really in a community that the business corporation America and stuff doesn't really want anything like this around. This ain't something that could just be advertised like a normal way or anything. It would get shut down quicker and quick because this thing works.
Yep.
So kudos to you guys, man, for real. You guys deserve it all.
How many drops did you guys take last night, and how many capsules of Zero in?
Okay, so we took 5 drops each underneath our tug, sublingually, left it there by itself, and then we took 1 pill each of Zero in. This morning we've taken 5 drops of that, and then I've enemed 3 drops of it because I detox like hardcore, I could absolutely tell you, I can articulate my thoughts faster than I could probably get them out of my mouth right now.
Yep.
And so I'm very attuned with, we're all very attuned with ourselves, right? And so, yeah, I feel wonderful, man. This is, all the way, man.
And I'm really excited because, like he said, I did drugs since I was a teenager, and it really does affect the way my thoughts run and work, and I felt like a shift there, and that's been my missing, that's been one of the missing pieces there, because shit's still fried, and so basically, that's kind of stuff that takes real stuff to get it.
Maybe one thing that should be mentioned, I probably has somewhere or not, but with people, a lot of these people that are really into healing that works and things that work, MMS, when they were dealing with all the research studies with stage 4, MMS and vitamin C, which it looks like is in the root, they negate each other. So it probably should be told, out in the open, hey, if you are taking the supplement master mineral solutions, maybe don't do that. You need to not do it, especially within an hour of doing the root, because you're just gonna, negate both of them. Yeah. So.
Well, and those are the fun little things for people to learn and experience, and the strength of the community, right? Because the more strength we have, with our family, and the more knowledge, the intellectual capital, as I really like to refer to it, because the more genius minds we have, the more vast experiences that we have, the better the community is going to become. The ability to have people understand that, like you're mentioning, this is something that you can play with to your body type. And like you guys were hitting on, and I don't know if you watched the Facebook Live that we did yesterday with Teresa and Nicole and Kathy, Joe, and Pete, but the addiction side, the previous substance abuse, and I've never had any history with it. My mom grew up in an alcoholic Catholic household. My dad grew up in an alcoholic Protestant household. And so I learned really early, I'm not doing that. And,
right.
So I didn't have the history in it, but I think the lack of understanding with the addiction space is that all that's really happening, and like I mentioned a couple days ago, it's like cribbing, right? If you look at horses, you look at a lot of livestock, if they're nutrient deficient or there's chemical imbalances, they'll start cribbing. They'll chew on wood, they'll chew on fence posts,
yes,
buildings, because they're looking for stuff.
Yes.
Our bodies are no different, right? So it's the desire to self-medicate, because your brain is telling you, I want to feel better, I need something, and unfortunately pharma's not going to do it. So you look towards other chemicals, and unfortunately a lot of those chemicals give you that effect, but they're not good. And what we saw yesterday, and I hope Teresa, I don't know if Teresa's going to be back today, but Kathy, Joe, and Nicole and Pete should be back, because I'm going to have them talk a little bit. When you have someone that had serious meth history, and
Right.
went through it, but in a couple minutes, when you watch that, she's like, look, you don't understand. The high that you get, the feeling that washes over you, just that love. She was really equating it to just being wrapped in love for like 30 minutes. And then you have to continue to hit that, which is why it's so addictive. She's like, look, this is better. But even 4 hours after we finished, she's like, I still feel this good. I can't believe this. So being able to hit, on the key aspects, cleaning up the mess, neurotransmission, and then the benefits of restore. And this is going to be the real fun part when you guys get that in your hand and people start to play with the full Trinity. Dude, it's all game on. So thanks for
I look forward to it, because
get to it. But
awesome, brother. Awesome, brother. Go Root, man. Take care, Clayton. Have a great day.
All right. How about that? So Matt, you're correct. Dogs eating grass, because you have to look at it, right? Animals, if their bodies are out of balance, they will seek resolution where, wait for it, in nature. But you know what's crazy? As humans, what we've done, or what we've been indoctrinated to do, what we've been taught, what we've been programmed to do, is not to seek nature, but to be pushed to chemicals. So what are we going to do now? We're going to change all that shit, right? We're going to get this stuff out, and then the fireworks begin. But the coolest thing, what's really, really intriguing, right, is a lot of companies have great products, right? And you talk about, oh, well, we've got this product, it's the greatest thing ever. But not many have great products and then amazing people, and it sure as hell ain't me. I'm going to show you who it is here in a second. And they don't have a playbook. And now we've got the amazing individual. We've got the playbook. So if people want to ask, well, why should I do this? So you know what? I got this amazing book. Because people love to buy books, right? We love to read. We love to be educated. And, well, why not be able to sell books? Amazon did pretty well starting that way. But you know what's really cool about that? The only place you can get the book is going to be through Root. Oh, it's just like Amazon, only wellness-based. But you know what's really cool about what's going to be available here really quickly? Is not only are you going to be able to get the book. Let me see if I got the first batch for everybody. Because we know it's going to be the community that orders these first. We have her signing every one of them. So you get the autographed first edition. So Mama's putting a little more love into the book for everybody. So you got the playbook. You got arguably the best goodies that have ever, and I mean ever, come to the market, at least that I've seen. And I've been around a little bit. And there's really only a couple gaps that we want to fill from a product standpoint. And you know what happens when you have the healthcare industry's greatest savant and you identify that there might be a couple gaps to fill? Well, you fill them. So we got the Trinity, but there's more to come. But here's the thing to think about with this is you have the three most powerful products all packed together in one amazing combination. And now the important part is the educational components of how to take the three, the Trinity, and equate them to every aspect of life. Because I was talking to Scott Burgess yesterday, who has an amazing podcast. He's done some interviews with me. He's done interviews with Christina. He did an amazing interview on urine therapy with Harry. And he's done, I forgot, like 60 different interviews or so with people all over the healthcare and the wellness industry. And he had something profound yesterday because the latest interview he posted was with, I forgot the guy's name, but it was on heart rate variability. And it was funny because he sent me a snippet, or I think I got one of the segment snippets, like 6 or 7 minutes of them talking about the wearables, right? I don't wear any wearables. The heart rate variability test, like I don't know if it's the Q ring or O ring or whatnot, or some of the bracelets or the straps that you can wear for heart rate variability. And this gentleman, I'll have to pull up the piece. I'll put it on the page. And he was talking about wearing 6 of them at once to see which one, was the most accurate with his measurements. And you have basal metabolic rate, you have number of steps, and what he was saying is that there was a massive variance in all of these different measurements, these different products, all measuring the same things. But he said the heart rate variability, which is honestly the most important measurement, was fairly constant amongst all of them. So I pulled up the study from Dr. Rao, because Dr. Stefan Rao is one of the leaders in heart rate variability analysis over in Switzerland and Germany. And, if you've watched some of our interviews on YouTube, you'll see him, and he's talked about this. But they were talking about, the importance of heart rate variability and its analysis. So I sent Scott some video of looking at some of the case studies of using 10 drops of clean slate and 2 capsules of 0N and watching someone's heart rate variability completely shift in 45 minutes. 45 minutes, complete shift in your heart rate variability, which they're talking about is one of the most important measurements for health, because heart rate variability can show life expectancy, quality of life, stress response, cardiovascular function, loads and loads of good stuff. We can shift it so significantly in 45 minutes, they couldn't believe it. But what Scott said that was so profound, he's like, what's really interesting, because he loves this stuff, and we're going to do another interview shortly, and he's going to talk about his personal experiences, which are fairly profound, and he's only using 3 drops twice a day. But it was this. He's like, what's really intriguing? He said 60 or so interviews. And he's like, every conversation, every interview that I've had comes back to you. Think about that. He's interviewing people all over the healthcare industry, healthcare and wellness industry. Vaccines. Del Bigtree is going to be on the 12th. That's going to be an interesting conversation because Del's going to get a little wake-up call. Stop talking about problems and let's share some freaking solutions, because there's no sense in scaring the snot out of people if you're not going to show them how to get well, right? You can wake up the masses so they know that, oh man, there's aluminum and mercury in vaccines. Great. Whoop-de-frickin' do if you can't get it out of them. Kidneys. So it was funny because he's like, every conversation I've had, every interview I've done, when I go back and look at everything comes back to you and what you guys are doing. I'm like, well, yeah, because all we're doing is addressing the cause. So we sit here quietly, kind of as Matt was saying, that if you have the goods, you don't need to promote, right? You don't need to talk. All you need to do is share and let them speak for themselves. Let the Trinity, that's the new box that's coming for Clean Slate, by the way. There will be no breakage issues here coming soon. So we've been packaging. And you get Restore upside down, and you get 0 in. Really need to hide, guys? Or do you just need to share with people and say, try it? Tell me what you think. One hit, you're hooked. Oh, not been often you've been able to do that with products that are good for you. So that is the thought process for the morning. I gotta go grab a couple things and get this show on the road. So cheers all. Let the fun begin here shortly.